Right, chaps, we've got another holy grail. I'll try and go through it quite quickly. Chang actually got this from another room from Jeff, who all of us used to be in his room. He's from Fort Myers in Florida, and he's quite a boffin and very good technically with indicators. And basically, he trades predominantly using the Fibonacci extension of the prior day. And I'll quickly show you how it works. This is in NinjaTrader 8. And he does it on the NASDAQ. So what we do is, first of all, you've got to calculate. This blue line is the open of the day and the close of the day. First thing you want to do is say, is this an up day or a down day? So the open you take the open, and there's the close. Clearly the close was below the open, so that's what they call a down day. Now Jem and and Jem's very, very good at reading music, and he's made a really good twist on Jeff's strategy, and it's so bloody simple. It's something that you can do at 10 o'clock at night or just after the close of the NASDAQ. I think it's 9:30 or something. And this is what you do. So, for example, here on the 29th of September, what we do is, and Debs needs to know this because she's got NinjaTrader. You press F9. Okay. Sorry. Let's do this. F9. You take the high of the day, which was here, and you project down to the low of the day, which was there. Okay, right, and you'll see here I've got 0%, 18%. What we're looking for is we place a pending order at the low of the prior day. Okay, it's that black line here. You place a pending order, okay, at 9:30, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. You placed a pending order, and because it was an open to low close, it's a down day. Okay, so we place a short entry at the low of the prior day, and sure enough, it triggered on this red bar here somewhere. At 5 a.m. in the morning, it triggered, and our target is the 18% line. Okay, so the entry was at 07, and the finish, the exit was at 78, which is 29 pips. Okay, so whilst you're asleep in bed, this would have made you 29 pips. Now, you just have to trust us that Jem and I have looked over the last 30 days, and this has been accurate about 90% of the time. Okay, so that's all you do. You take, if it's a high open to a low close, it's going to be a short entry from the low of the prior day, and you put in a pending order after the close on this day of what it was here, 11,307, a short close, and because you know that your target, it even tells you that your target's here, 11,278. Now that means it's a 29-point target, so for a 1-to-1 risk reward, you want to make your stop loss 29 points above the low of this day, so it'll be somewhere up here. Okay, so you've got a 1-to-1 risk. Now, if the other thing is that the average daily range for the last, basically you're taking your profit is 18% of the high to the low of the prior day, and 18% of this here would have been 29 points. So if I divide 29 points divided by 0.18, that high to low was 161 points that day. And 18% of that is 29 points. And that's how it works. So this high to this low was 161 points. Okay? And we are targeting 18% of that move. So that's why they call it a Fibonacci extension, and it's an extension from the low of that day, 118% of that move. Okay? So that's all you do. So let's now go to a day where the close was higher. All right. So on the following day, that was the open here on this blue dotted line, and it closed there. It was marginal. Okay. So that is an up day, only very slightly. It started here at something like 11,332 and it closed at 11,374, so it went up 40-50 points. So what I've got to do, and you'll do at 9:30 at night when the market's when the Nasdaq is closed, I'll press F9. I take the low of the day to the high of this day. So here on this 0% line, I'm setting a pending order, and it could trigger at any time in the day of 11,538, okay? And sure enough, it triggered on this long green line, okay? 11,538, and it hit that 18% here. Now that move is 38, 62, 63 points. So you had to make a 63-point stop loss, which would have been somewhere down here. But it didn't even go anywhere near the stop loss. It just went straight from the trigger line, which is this 0%, the prior day high. Bang. There you go. It hit it. All right. And it's as simple as that. Now, here's the great thing. On the following day, we had the open here and a close down here. So that was obviously a down day. So you're going to do a short entry in the following day. So F9 here, I'm taking the high to the low, which was there. Now, the following day, the market reversed. It didn't continue down. It reversed back up. But guess what? Your trade didn't trigger and you lost nothing. The trade didn't trigger, which is great. And this was what Jem pointed out, is you make your entry a pending order of on the short day, i.e. a close lower than the open. The entry is the low of that day and the target is there. But let me just tell you that the average daily range of the last 10 days on the Nasdaq is 300 points. Now, if you're going to get a strategy that's been accurate 93% of the time, you're going to be looking at making 18% of 300 points, which is 54 points a day for a set it and forget it strategy. Now, if this thing works, and we've always been looking at holy grail strategies, we've probably been through about 300 over the years between Jeff, Chang, me. This looks really promising, and it's something that you can set and forget. But the great thing is the trade's either going to trigger or it isn't. Very rarely you get stopped out, but if you do, it's a one-to-one risk. And a one-to-one risk on a 95% or 90% accurate strategy is just spot on. So let me just bring in, this is how you do it on the Nasdaq. Let me just get rid of all these indicators. So we've got just got to get rid of these, and then we've got a clean chart. So what you do here is there's a Fibonacci extension tool which is on the top of your main menu, and I've already done it here. So let me say that this was the open today. This is today on the Nasdaq on an hourly chart. The open's up here. Now, if this is going to be a down day, which at the moment it is, because there's the current price line, you simply take the high to the low, and here's our entry for tomorrow. 11,372 is the trigger for a short entry, and a target of 11,346. So 72 minus 46. If it works, it's going to be 26. No, Jem's calling. One sec. Because I'm recording. So you've got this Fibonacci tool here, and in MT4 you have to go to Properties. I'll bring it up here, and you've got to amend this. So you'd have in 0.0 and this, and then a space, and then a percentage sign and a dollar sign. The percentage sign gives you the figure here, which that basically puts the 118 in here, and the dollar sign puts in the price, and that's it. It's just the Fibonacci extension tool. You're putting in, I've put in 118 and 127, but for the you've got here, you enter here 1.18 for this one. You put in 1.18, 118 space dollar, but for the minus, you put in minus 0.18 and then minus 118 space dollar thingy, which will give you this here. And that's it, and you're just drawing the high to the low. So let's say we close below the open today. It'll be a short entry. You're going to put a pending order here at 11,372 with a target of 11,346. You're going to make your stop loss the same as this here. So your stop loss will be, what was it? It was 72 minus 46.5. So your stop loss is going to be 25.5 points above 11,372. So if I add 25.5 to 11,372, I get a figure of 11,397, which is somewhere up here. In fact, if I got, let me just cancel this. The 11,397, your stop loss is going to be roughly on this line, 11,397. Okay, so you've got a 1-to-1 risk. And that's it. It's something you can do. You leave it. You set it, forget it. Bob's your uncle. Any questions? Give me a bell.